Hi, and welcome back to Lisa's Stamp Studio. My name is Lisa Curcio. Simple cards can be striking when you're using an amazing color combination, and that's what we're doing today. I've got 3 cards to share with you, one of which I'm going to demonstrate with you, and we're using these 3 colors: Night of Navy, Mango Melody, and So Saffron. And the great thing about what I'm going to share with you today is all 3 cards are vastly different with different themes. You're going to be able to find the pictures, the cutting dimensions, and the supplies for all 3 cards down in the video description below. It's going to be underneath the title. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Click that subscribe button down below, and next to it, if you click that small bell icon and the word all, you'll receive notifications when I'm live right here on YouTube, as well as when I share a new video. Let's head over to the stamp table and let's get started on today's cards. Let's start with the focal image for our card. I'm using thick white cardstock for this project, and since I'm going to be doing a little coloring, I'm going to be using the Memento black ink pad. I'll be using alcohol-based markers, and that is the pad to use so that you don't have any bleeding. This adorable image is part of a stamp set in the brand new mini catalog called A Cut Above. I think it's great because I am challenged with making masculine cards. The different images and the multitude of greetings makes this appropriate for just about any occasion. You're going to notice that this stamp is sizable, so to make sure I don't miss a spot, I like to turn it face up on my work surface, and I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm going to ink it this way. Once I have my stamp covered, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that here. I'm going to gravitate it a little bit more towards the top. I purposely cut this cardstock a little bit shorter than the image so to make sure that it goes end to end. Now, while I have that ink pad out, I've got a sliver of cardstock here. Now, sometimes I actually stamp it and then cut around it, but today I decided to cut the cardstock first. And I've chosen one of the greetings from that set. This one says, "You're a cut above the rest." I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in the Memento ink, and we'll stamp that here. I have an image that's already completely colored for you, but I want to walk you through just a little bit about using the Stampin' Blend's alcohol-based markers. They're quite easy to use, and on an image that's small like this, where there are small areas, there's really not much blending to do, but you can still get those really professional highlighted areas. The markers come in a combination. This is the Night of Navy. There's a light and a dark shade. I prefer to use the light shade first. That's just a matter of preference. And you're going to notice that the tips have different sizes. And again, that's a matter of preference as well. I'm going to go ahead and use the chisel tip for this. And let's work on his hat. I just want to give you some tips about some highlighting for this. You're going to notice that even though an alcohol marker will cover over the lines initially as you're coloring it, as that alcohol begins to evaporate, you're going to see more of its true tone. Unlike dye-based markers, alcohol markers, when they have actually settled into the cardstock, will not cover the detailed lines that are underneath, which is one reason I absolutely love them. Plus, you're not going to get those streaked lines like you do when you color with a dye-based marker. Now, you're going to need to give that a few seconds for that alcohol to evaporate before I recommend laying down the next shade, which in this case is the dark. I've got that chisel tip here, and I'm going to add a little color here to the back of the hat and across the bottom. And I'll add a little bit on the bottom of the brim and then here underneath. I am not a professional colorer, but I do try to keep in mind where the sun is coming from and which areas may be the darkest. Now, some stamped images will actually have lines to indicate some shadowing, which are great cheat marks, so be sure to use those to help you out. And the magic of actually making this look more blended is to go back to the first shade. In my case, it's the light. So I am going to pull that dark into the light just so that harsh line of where the two connect is actually going to be more blended. Again, this is going to need a few seconds for that alcohol to evaporate to become more of its true tone. And then here is the one that I finished right before you joined me. That same concept is used for everything in this image with the exception of the grassy area. I just left that kind of light. And I do have all the products and the colors listed down in the video description below. I'm going to start assembling my layers, and this is my silicone craft sheet. Adhesive, liquid glue, and hot glue will not stick to it, which means it's wonderful for your work area. So if you're a little zealous with your adhesive, like I tend to be from time to time, you don't have to worry about that getting on your table. I'm adding Stampin' CO Plus to the back side of that image we just colored, and I'm going to border it on a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. And this is the best part of Stampin' Up! Products, is the color coordination. And one more time, we're going to add adhesive to the back side of here. My next layer is So Saffron, and you'll recall that I said that these were the three colors I'm going to be using on all three of my cards. Let's move this over and let's go over to the card base. I have a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 Whisper White, and I went ahead and I scored that in half right before you joined me. I'm going to use my bone folder for a nice crisp edge on there. And for a background, I decided to use some designer series paper. This designer series paper is from the Neutrals 6x6 assortment. And like all the Stampin' Up! Designer papers, they are double-sided, giving you lots of options. So I'll flip that over and let's go ahead and add adhesive to the back side of this as well. This now is going to get adhered here and centered on the front of the card base. Remember that image? Let's go ahead and flip that over, and I'm going to add dimensionals to the back side. I love my dimensionals because they provide elevation to my project, give it a real professional look. I do want to recommend that you center those and make sure that they're well balanced. And I'm using my Take Your Pick tool attachment with the paper piercing tip on it to remove those backings. This now is going to get centered right here on the front of the card base. And remember that greeting that we stamped? Well, I have that here, and I decided I wanted to elevate this. So I'm going to flip this upside down, and I'm going to switch over to my mini dimensionals. And I love that we have two different sizes so that they don't have to be chopped up with your scissors. I've balanced those out along that strip, and then again, I'll use my Take Your Pick tool attachment to remove those backings. Our greeting now is going to go across here. I thought that was a great spot for it. A very simple card, but the color coordination is amazing. I have two other cards to share with you, but I want to show you something about the stamp set that I really like. Obviously, a cut above the rest is going to allow you to make this a thank you card, a Father's Day card, or in this case, how I did on this one, which was my original, is a birthday card. And those greetings are all part of that stamp set. As I said, I have two others to share with you using this exact same color combination. This thank you card uses the bundle called Simply Succulents. So it's the stamp set and the coordinating dies. Now I did look it up and there are actually succulents that are blue and they're quite stunning. So I just kind of expounded on that color palette for a very interesting and simple card. The one thing I love about this card are these amazing Stitched with Whimsy dies. They leave a very whimsical stitch border on your cardstock, which really adds a lot of emphasis to a simple card. My last one is a baby card, and this is using the stamp set called Baby Pull Toys. I used my Stampin' Blends markers once again to add a little bit of color here to my lion. I have an embossed greeting here from that stamp set, and you're going to see very simple layers of color. But all three of these use the exact same color palette. Pretty cards don't have to be difficult. Find three colors that you really like, put them together, and pull out some stamps and see what you can come up with. Use these ideas for card layouts or one of your own. You're going to find the Cut Above stamp set in the brand new mini catalog. It's also a great time to shop because it's Stampin' Up's celebration sale. For every $50 you spend in product, you're going to be able to choose something for free from this book. If you would like copies of these current catalogs, you can head over to lisasstampstudio.com and click on catalogs where you can request them there. If you have enjoyed today's video, would you please give it a thumbs up here on YouTube, which is a like? It certainly helps. And I look forward to having you join me next time. Have a great day.